Hi there everybody. I'm so glad to have you here with me on the farm today because today I'm going to talk about how you train your new chicks to get into their coop at night. And then I'm going to talk about the importance of doing so. So first off, the easy way, the way that often works, is to put in a full-grown hen in with your new flock. Your babies will follow, right? They're pretty good followers. Now, when we put our lavenders outside into the nice pretty coop out front, they did not catch on. So they would watch all of our leg bars who already knew the drill and had already been trained. They would watch them go up the ladder and get in the coop, and they would just sit on the ground and cry. They would cheep and they would just fuss. So it was one of my daughter's jobs to go every night, pick every chick up and set them in the coop. So this is how you train them. Now, the ones I'm about to show you, they are our new breast chickens, and they are in a temporary home. The coop and run that they are currently in is going to be for our Buff Orpington, our second Buff Orpington flock, and they are going to go into the chicken tractor. We are so close to being done with the chicken tractor. In fact, if the weather would give us a break, we would already have that done. And it's a shame we don't, but those are the circumstances. So we'll have them out soon. So I have not trained them to get into the coop too much because the weather's been nice. They don't sleep on the edge, and this is not their permanent home. So why train them if I'm just going to move them and have to retrain them again? Because trust me guys, they do not transfer information well. Just using my teacher words there. And so there was no reason to train them. But of course, it's Texas. We haven't gotten the chicken tractor done. It's November 11th. And there's a cold snap. I'm sure many of you have already experienced way below freezing temperatures this winter, but here in Texas, we're just recently experiencing any of this. So this is our first night since the breast chickens have been out of the brooder and not in the shop. And it's gonna be freezing tonight. It's gonna get either too freezing or below freezing here in Texas. So it's time. I'm gonna have to put them into their coop. Now, there are a few tips and tricks on how to do this successfully, where they'll learn faster and adjust to being in a coop at night. It is super cold outside. You can probably hear the wind literally trying to bring the barn down. So I'm gonna go outside. I'm gonna hope it doesn't knock over my camera. We'll see how it goes. I'm gonna be checking on all the animals tonight, just to make sure that everybody is doing well and protected. I better get out there because I don't want them to get too cold or too stressed out by the wind. Really quickly, the other reason it is very important that you coop train your chickens is because they have a tendency to sleep against the hardware cloth or against whatever you have on the outside of your coop. And the truth is that animals could still get to them, especially if you do not have something that goes out from your chicken coop, making it less likely that they'd be able to dig under. But even if you have that, it's really not very safe because it's really not safe for them to be outside of the coop at nighttime, because that's when all of the animals that like to eat chickens come out. And if they are against that netting that you have on the ground at night, they're very vulnerable to being hurt, killed, or eaten. And they are much safer in the coop. Even if you don't have a coop door, most of our coops do not have doors, but they are still much safer. But now, am I gonna lie to you and tell you only have to do it once? No. It depends on the age of the chicken and whether or not you have a lead chicken, for example, to show them the way. But it could take up to 2 or 3 weeks. And every night you're gonna have to go out and you're gonna have to pick every single one of them up and you're gonna need to put them in that coop. Consistency of time helps, right about sundown. All of those things help. So if your chickens are hard to catch, if they're not very tame, I would wait till after dark because they're much more docile and almost comatose at nighttime.